And then we get to Vitor Belfort. Yes, he has won again. What, first time since 2007, winning a decision over Nate Marquardt. What were your thoughts on that bout?
It wasn't the most exciting bout. I think that a lot of people expected, Vitor Belfort, you think finish, you think this fight's not going the distance. So I think a lot of people expected to see it end in more dramatic fashion than it actually did. Um, but it was an impressive victory. I think that there's some people who felt it could have gone either way. I don't think anybody necessarily made it very clear, decisive which person won, and you kind of see that reflected in the judges' scorecards, all three scoring at 29-28. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, what he does next. He talked about wanting to continue to fight. There's a lot that could happen. Hopefully he takes some time off to think about it.
All right, and then we've got UFC 213 coming up in July, and a couple of title fights were announced for that card. What are you looking forward to seeing the most?
The title fight between Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko, I think is going to be exciting. I think their first fight was entertaining. It was a kind of a war of attrition. It was a little bit back and forth, and the women fighters are so technical that I think that their fights almost always deliver. I feel like rarely do you come into a women's fight and leave disappointed. They just really, really put it all out there. So that's the fight. It's that, the headline fight. There's the middleweight interim title fight, and that's definitely appealing. But I think that this Nunes Shevchenko fight's there, and I think they did a good job of selling it. A few weeks back in Dallas at the UFC Summer Kickoff Tour. There's obviously a heated rivalry there. It was on stage. They bantered verbally, but then during the stare down, it got intense, and those are all things that fans love. Fans recognize those things, they attach to those things, and they think about it going into a fight. That's what makes them interested in it. And I think the bad blood's brewing enough to keep fans interested.